What's up, everyone, and welcome to the first Trove YouTube video. Super excited to be able to give you guys longer form extended content, and I think you guys are going to absolutely love this first mini series that we have for you. In this mini series, we're going to be able to show you guys that it is possible to have a low budget and be able to flip sports cards and make money. And a lot of the content that we do, you might find that you can't afford to be able to spend that much money on cards. Maybe you're new to the hobby, maybe you're a younger collector. Whatever the reason is, in this series, I'm going to be able to show you how you can flip sports cards with a low budget and be successful. And the fun part is I'm not going to be doing this by myself. In every single season of the series, I'm going to be going against a different person in the hobby. In season 1, we're going to be going against mully cards. It's going to be a super interesting battle going against mully cards because they come from the perspective of being one of the biggest breakers in the space. And from our perspective here at Trove, we make content and I personally flip my own cards. We're both going to get $250 and we're going to see who can get to $1,000 first by flipping cards on the StarStock platform. What's going to make it so easy to be able to flip cards on StarStock is the fact that we can leave the cards at their vault. So right now I'm going to be able to flip cards. They're going to stay with StarStock on site and I'm going to have the ability to sell them, because in a normal situation I would have to buy a card off of a different platform or from an individual seller. They would ship it to me. That would take 3 or 4 days, and then if I were to sell that card I would have to go ship it to somebody else, and that might take a few days. So we might be talking about a 2-week process, but on StarStock it can be done in minutes. In every episode, you're going to hear the flips that I make, hear the flips that mully cards makes, the decision making behind why we did what we did, and we're going to see who gets to $1,000 first. So let's get right into it. The first flip that I made was I bought a Russell Wilson Topps base rookie card PSA 9 for $86. The reason why I bought this card was because I do think it's at a solid price point, given that the PSA 10 is currently selling for about $320. We're currently about a month out from the NFL football season starting, so I do anticipate cards to continue to tick up in football. We've been seeing it with other quarterbacks, guys like Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield, so their cards are ticking up, so I do think Russell Wilson's a smart play. People love to talk about the young quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson. There's so much great talent in the NFL, and then people love to talk about the older quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, some of the all-time greats, but people forget about Russell Wilson. He's 32 years old, he's a 7-time Pro Bowler, he's won a Super Bowl, and every single year he makes the Seahawks competitive. They play in the NFC West, so that means they're going to get tons of primetime games, and I think heading into the season, people are going to be appreciating Russell Wilson cards, and we're going to see his prices go up. If the PSA 10 of this card could get to about $380, I hope that I'll be able to flip this PSA 9 for about $120, turn $85 into $120, and be able to reinvest that money elsewhere. This next play might seem a little strange to you guys, but I bought 10 StarStock B Jonathan Taylor Mosaic base rookie cards for about $1 a piece, so I spent $10 in total. And the reason why I bought these is because I really like Jonathan Taylor. A lot of his mid-end cards and his autos are currently increasing in price, and I like Mosaic as a first-year product. I think Jonathan Taylor is one of the best young running backs in the league. Great offensive line. You put his stats next to someone like Ezekiel Elliott's last year, and Jonathan Taylor's were better. I think there's going to be a lot of tension around the Colts this year. They brought in Carson Wentz. They have a great infrastructure in terms of an offensive line. I like Michael Pittman Jr. I think they have a good defense, so I'm excited to see what Jonathan Taylor can do. I hope that I'll be able to flip this card before the season starts for possibly about $2 to $3 a piece and be able to make some solid money on it. The next play I made, I'm super excited about. I bought tons of Eloy Jimenez Topps Heritage rookie cards, ungraded in StarStock A for about $3 a piece and in StarStock B for about 85 cents a piece. I love these cards given the fact that Eloy Jimenez has missed most of the season with an injury. Everybody's forgotten about him. He's only 24 years old, one of the best young baseball players in the league. If I could be picking up flagship rookie cards of his in solid ungraded condition for between $1 to $3, I'm going to take that play all day long. I spent roughly $20 on 12 of these Topps Heritage rookie cards ungraded, and I plan to be able to flip these very shortly. I think he's going to come back post the All-Star break. I think he's going to look good. People are going to remember that he's one of the best young players in baseball, and I'm going to flip this quick and try to make some easy money on it. The last play I made this week, I'm super excited about as well. I bought a Fernando Tatis Topps Heritage rookie card StarStock A for $18. I think I don't need to explain at all why I bought Tatis. He's arguably the best young player in baseball. A lot of people don't realize that he's missed games injured this season. Through only 74 games this season, he has 28 home runs. He's slugging the ball at an amazing rate, and I'm excited for what the second half of the season holds for Tatis. People are going to try to see if the Padres can make the postseason. The MLB is marketing Tatis and Ohtani as the 2 biggest young global superstars in the game, and I'm going to happily buy Tatis cards right now heading into the second half of the season. So besides the fact of why I like Tatis, the reason why I bought this card in particular is because I like the value play of StarStock A. PSA 9 is selling for about $50, and if you look at a StarStock A, it probably would PSA 9 or PSA 10 if it were sent to grading. So I like the condition of the actual card. And why did I get Heritage? I think it's a great flagship budget option, especially if I could be spending under $20 for a true rookie card of one of the best players in baseball. I'm going to take that all day long. So in this first episode, I really made 4 plays: Jonathan Taylor, Eloy Jimenez, Fernando Tatis, and Russell Wilson. I would have loved to make some basketball plays, but this is a budget game where I only have $250 to spend. So to buy a basketball slab right now, if a player where his cards might not go up for a couple months, I would prefer to make baseball and football options where the baseball season is in full effect, NFL starting next month, and I expect to see a lot more movement in those cards. If I were to buy basketball cards right now, I would be buying slabs that far exceed $250. And I didn't want to spend all my cash week 1. I still have about $125 remaining. So if next week some of my guys' cards don't go up yet, I don't want to be forced to sell those cards to be able to buy new things. I'm leaving cash on hand to be able to make additional moves without selling the cards that I currently own. If the Russell Wilson or the Eloy or any of these other guys want to go up now and I can make a spread on it, I'll take the money. But if not, I'm going to hold those cards, wait a couple more weeks, and try to buy new cards next week. I'm now going to send it over to Mully Cards, one of the best in the hobby, for him to be able to show you his plays for the week.
Guys, it is Connor here from Mully Cards. My first play is Jordan Love. I went ahead and purchased a silver prism StarStock A grade for $140. So the reason I bought Jordan Love is I think Aaron Rodgers is certainly disgruntled and is on his way out of Green Bay more than likely. I don't see a situation where he ends up staying, playing throughout this year, or extending his contract. I think whatever's going on has been a situation that's been going on for a while, and I think Jordan Love's stock price, card stocks, will see a nice little bump because of it. Jordan Love's shown this year, specifically in the spring, that he has made improvements in his game. His arm strength has gotten a tick up. I think people have seen around the facilities that he's put in the time and that he might be ready to take that, next step and see if he is the next guy in Green Bay to, take over the reins and make that franchise what it's been historically, which is a winner. They draft quarterbacks super well, and overall, I think there's a lot of upside with him right now. For $140, I think that's a really strong play. So that is my only purchase as of now, though. I have a bunch of offers out for another young quarterback, Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts has a ton of upside this upcoming season. I put an offer out for $110 on a red ice prism for Jalen. I think Jalen Hurts has a ton of upside, 32nd strength of schedule. I think he's gonna run over people, and I think he's an underrated passer. To switch it up, we got a little NBA. I think De'Aaron Fox with this upcoming draft, I think he might be a player on the move. I've made a few offers on his cards, all around $100, but I do see a lot of upside. I'm also targeting Marvin Bagley for a much cheaper play. I think Marvin Bagley, if you can swoop up his cards for sub $20, I think that'll be a really nice play. He's a player that will definitely be getting traded in the next few days leading up to the NBA draft. Should be interesting to see what happens.
So now you guys know the plays that I made, know the plays that Mully made, and next week we will be back to recap and be able to show you guys the new plays that we're making, trying to get to that $1,000 threshold. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment on this video who you believe is going to get to $1,000 first. We actively have a giveaway going on Instagram with StarStock, so make sure you check that out. Link is in the description. I appreciate all the support from you guys, and we will be back next week with episode 2.